Alright, welcome back to another live stream. We're playing some more chess. It's having some crashing, which I realized was from OBS. So I have some music playing in the background, and it's a video that's just on a loop. And I had it outside the viewing area. I didn't think it mattered. Clearly it did, because OBS kept crashing. But we're going to play some 10-minute chess. We're back over 1,000. We're trying, I don't know, just try to get better than 10, 11 today. So we'll see what we can do. I guess I could have taken there. I guess I can take there. Wasn't really looking. Guess it works out though. Doing that kind of just prevents him from castling. He's not playing that well, I don't think. I mean, that prevents me from castling, but I don't really care. I just do that. Nah, I can do that. That's a bad move. Took more time to think, and now I just stink. Unfortunate. Already blundering. What's new? What is new? Actually, scoop this over. Let's see how far I can actually move it over. Up a little bit. And then there we go. This up a little bit. There we go. Now we're chilling. Alright. There. Maybe check here. Threaten that piece. Long castle, see how that works. And I think we started shoving pawns. Start throwing pawns right at him. Okay. Maybe I don't have to worry about that. Guess I just kind of do whatever I want now. Goes right to there. We just go up one. I guess we can take that pawn too. What's it? I like your username. That's pretty funny. How's your early, for my case, almost afternoon. Oh no. I blundered. I think it's too big of a deal though. Maybe it's the end of the world, though. I hadn't considered that. I had not considered that. The 10 viewers. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Just playing some chess. Hoping that my song that I have looping loops. My best snatch is 135 kilograms, so 297 pounds. Best ever, and that was with straps. Without straps, it's 132, which is about 290 in pounds. And then clean and jerk, best clean and jerk is 166 kilograms, which is, I believe, like 365 in pounds. And then my best clean is 385, 175 kilos. Wish the let me pop this up. No, I'm from the USA, from Ohio. Sorry, the chat thing was cutting off. Your like the little like emoji thing was cutting off. Oh, he's hanging. Yeah, he's hanging his queen. This game is pretty much over. I mean, with 10-minute chess, I'm kind of just vibing at this point. I think what we do now is we get more knights. We'll just get knights at him. Chat back. Not really paying attention to him. Where's my chat thing go? There it is. Does it appear? Oh, it does. Yeah, I think I might like it better with it popped out. Because here, like, it says hanging queen, that's just cut off. So I guess it's just a flaw. But if I have it popped out, then it looks fine. Back squat is... No, the kilos are hard. I'll actually look at the kilos since I got all the time in the world. You guys gonna be wasting his time. So it's 520 pounds. In kilograms, that's 235 or 236. So they're thereabouts. I did it in pounds. Make this small. There we go. Alright, I'm just trying to figure this out. You might just make me sit here forever, which is fine with me. Yeah, best back squat is that 520, like I said. And then front squat, what's it up there? I got my board above my dresser. Is 430 in pounds, and in kilograms that's 195. I really want to do 200, but front squats are really hard. I think for me, front squats particularly, it's more important for me to be like, if I can do like 190 or whatever, like do that consistently every time I want to go heavy, have that be like the consistent weight versus a heavy maximum weight. Similar with back squats as well. For weightlifting, it's not as critical to have like a super maximal or to like have a crazy grind or 1 rep max, but it's more important to kind of get the speed of the consistency of those tops. Training, so for weightlifting since 2017 2018 I kind of did powerlifting and weightlifting at the same time for a little bit, and then went back or just focused on weightlifting after that point, I think. So I did dabbled in weightlifting before then, but as far as general lifting, I would say that the lifting for me really started when I was like 15 and a half. That's when I stopped playing basketball in high school. So I played 8th grade, 9th grade, and then stopped. And then for that winter, because I was just playing baseball at that point, I just lifted the whole winter, and then ended up going from like 135 pounds when I got my learner's permit for driving, and then went up to, it was like 150 or 155. I gained a lot of weight really quickly because I had stopped doing basketball, so I was just not running and doing all that cardio and burning all those calories and just lifting. And I think I just have a good genetic predisposition to gaining muscle. My dad has always been lifting weights and has always responded well to it as well. So I think I got that aspect of it, thankfully, and I get a good distribution of muscle mass as well. So I'm very lucky in that regard. I think I have pretty good insertions and stuff, even though I don't ever really care about the like bodybuilding aspect of it. I just kind of got good genetics. Like my calves are really big and everything. So thankfully, I lucked out in that regard. But I suppose, I mean, if you count 15 and a half, then it's been 15 years of of resistance training. 235, 236. I think I was 238 yesterday. So it fluctuates a little bit. 235 to 238. Could be as much as 240, but usually nothing less than 235 right now. But it's usually, most days, it's like 236. So it's at like 107. You guys just not playing. Oh no, so hi, Amber. Interesting. Didn't know I could do that. So Jesus, I went to your YouTube channel. I didn't realize I could do that. Oh, I guess it ends up showing that he abandoned. I actually got 15 points for that. Oh no, that's for the ranking. There is only 8. I was gonna say, like, that should not have given me 15 ranking points. Alright, so hopefully play a bit cleaner this one. Yeah, 230, 235, 236 most days, and 511. Took me a while to get up past, like, 220 was when I hit a ton of resistance. But no more than, I'll never weigh more than 240 because that's just the weight class that I'm in. Hi, Ella. My cousin's name. No, I never actually had a coach. I just started doing it, and then the one gym I used to go to, my friend was doing it too, and we kind of just did it together. But he always had really good technique, still does, and I just kind of try to copy what he was doing as far as like technically, and help me try to move fast and stuff. Or at least I tried to move fast and stuff. Doesn't really always work, but just kind of used him as like a visual model. As far as that's about as far as like coaching went, but I've never had like an actual weightlifting coach or anything. As far as like an actual person that would do programming stuff. I've messed with programs and stuff like weightlifting AI and Juggernaut stuff, but I've just done my own thing. Kind of for me, that's the enjoyable part of training, is trying to figure out the puzzle yourself and not wasting all your money on coaching. Because like I'm not going to take steroids and stuff, so I'm not going to the Olympics. And I started when I was, I think, about 24, so that's not 23, 24. That's not a good time to be a weightlifter, and kind of going from lifting nothing in the snatch and clean jerk to doing anything. And while I have good genetics for stuff like the deadlift, I don't really have like freakish genetics to put on a ton of mass and stuff, and not worth it to take anabolics. Because really, I mean, at the end of the day, you're trying to lift against yourself. You're not trying to lift against other people, and it's really hard in social media at times to not want to compare yourself to what you see other people doing. And it's not always bad, but the big thing is you want to be able to see what you've done and try to get better from what you have. And then you just look at others and see what they're doing different, and maybe look to them to see what you can improve upon. But really, at the end of the day, you want to see what you can do and improve upon that, because you can only control that, or at least that's what you can control the most. And there's so many people in the world. There's just going to be freaks of different things. Like, I mean, you look at my deadlift, it's best deadlift ever, 672 in pounds, so 305 in kilograms. Like, that's more than the majority of people, but it's not worth it for me to like worry about what the average person is doing, because like that's what I've done. So it's not, it's a good amount of weight, but it's also like it's not crazy important. So it does that. I'm blundering. Yeah, it's not good. Right take there, then I gotta take with a pawn. I just go right to there. Hey, we just gotta go right to there, actually. We gotta give up the rook. If not, then if I move the rook over, he puts me in check, and then that's just immediately checkmate. I appreciate it, Jesus. This is a weightlifting house. They just have them there. I think you can get them on Amazon, but definitely get it from the weightlifting house store. Same with the that was the YB normal flag and the weightlifting house flag. They're both from weightlifting house. Actually, I had to go to there probably. I'd like to get my queen up, but this one's just not feeling good. I think that was a bad move. Yeah, I've been using probably a week before I made that review video. For like a straight week, I was using it for all my training sessions. Basically, as soon as I got them and tried them on, I kind of knew like these are nice. Like these are the kind of shoes. They're a little bit wider, and I think for my feet that just feels a little bit better. You just take that. It's been there forever. But yeah, for the foreseeable future, I'll probably use them. I like the way that the straps work. They're a little bit wider. What I noticed with the ROM 2s is like performance wise, like they feel really good to have them on, but they like on the mid outside of my foot, they weren't hyper comfortable. Go here. They're actually still tied, so he's actually not taking advantage of what I viewed as a pretty good position on his part. There. Might push one of these pawns up, or just give me a free pawn, which I appreciate. But yeah, I don't really see myself not using the tiers, at least for the foreseeable future. Really, the only thing that could be a negative at this point, that's impossible to tell because of the time that I've had them, is just how durable they are. They certainly could be, really terrible in that regard. So it's hard to tell exactly that aspect of it until you've had them for a while. The ROM 2s are very durable. I've had them for a couple, at least a year, probably more than that at this point. Time flies when you're old like me, but certainly those are very durable. So I hope the tiers are very similar to that, but they cost about like $130, so that's not too bad for what I'm viewing as a really nice pair of weightlifting shoes. I paid more for the ROM 2s, and for like the Reeboks that I had, those were similar to the tier in the sense that they were wider, which I liked, but they were heavier, which is not ideal. But they were really comfortable, so I actually wore them for quite a while because of the fact that they were really comfortable. But the ROM 2s are definitely like the good balance of that performance. They think they were the Legacy 2. I think it was whatever CJ Cummins had back in the day, but they were quite thick. I don't really want to give up my rook. I honestly probably would have kept wearing them, but one of the straps got messed up, and I didn't feel like trying to fix the adhesive on it. So like the strap just didn't work. I forget how it was messed up, but it just wasn't functioning. Goes up to there, that'd be, well, he can't go up to there, so he has to go over. I realized I could just take there. I was worried about that rook, but his king blocked it. So I think this is really good for me. So if he goes down to there, then I just go up to there. Then I have a discovery. Which he's kind of realizing is not good for him. So what we're gonna do is just drop back down. Because he can't really do much. I think that really helps him out too much. Wasn't the worst move. I think he's kind of desperate now since I'm up 3 points of material. There's also this move here. I think because we're just up now enough material, I don't think it's that big of a deal what I do exactly. Check's not really for anything other than to protect this pawn. I'm gonna go right in here. I mean, it really should be fine. We're up a ton on time. Unless I start blendering a bunch of pieces, which is a real possibility. So he goes down to there. We just push up to here. And really, if he goes over to there, we're just gonna move up one spot here and try to take that pawn. Give up that pawn here. So we're still at 4 points of material, so we're still vibing. Still chilling. With 2 bishops you can. But because I have all of these pawns, I'm definitely in a good spot. So really my goal is to get over here more. I'm not too worried about this pawn. Obviously you don't want to just give up a pawn for nothing, but I kind of want to get over here. Because really if he wants to, I mean, he can put me in check. I just go over another spot. But if he wants to go all the way over, that's not really that big of a deal for me. Because this bishop is protecting this pawn, and the pawn is protecting the bishop. It's really strong for this position, for the bishop and pawn to be connected like that. Really, I'm going to go up one more spot here. And then we're just going to run this pawn up the board. So he can't really stop me. And what's nice as well is, like, he has a passed pawn, but we had a bishop that's right there, ready to be sacrificed for it. So we're just going to keep moving up. No, I messed up. Let's see what we can do. I shouldn't have moved my bishop down there somewhere. That was dumb of me. It's alright though. I've been dumb for a very long time. guess we just go up there and try to threaten. The nice thing is I'm up a ton on time, so I'm not, I guess, terribly worried about the queen, although it's going to be really annoying. He might just be able to put me in perpetual check. Because there's a lot of moves you can do. Go to there, go to there. You go all the way up to there. Just going up. Let's see if he blunders his queen. Because yeah, having 4 minutes up on time is certainly the advantage here. So we're actually tied on material because I messed that up. Which is kind of hilarious because he has queen and I do not, but there's not much he can do to prevent me from actually him moving there. Just gives me a queen because he could go up to there, doesn't do anything. I guess he can do that. But we can also do this. Right, just goes right to there, right? Doesn't really matter though, because I said this. So now we're up 8, so now we're chilling. He just doesn't have enough time. Easy. So what, 2 in a row? So we're up to 10, 27 now. One thing that's nice when I'm playing chess is I kind of get to think about what I want to do for training. Yesterday I trained real heavy. I already went past Jesus. Sorry, the chat's a little delayed. If you ever wanted to do a review, I mean, you can see my username. You can always go to my profile and do the review of the game. I think it lets you do the review of any game that's there. But I can do it after this one if I remember. Although I don't have a premium account, so I'm kind of limited in that regard. That's not good. For him. Not good for him. This gives me good structure in the middle. He has that stacked up there, which is pretty weak. And then I have these connected, which is pretty strong. I'm gonna go right to here. I don't really mind if he takes this or this. That was, we have that to protect, and we have the queen to retake there. But I just don't want to give up this structure right here. Or unstack his pawns. If I take there, then he just kind of gets the same thing that I do, which is why he's not taking right now, because he wants me to take his knight. He wants me to do it. I shan't, Mr. Man from Indonesia. Oh, it's mate 4 with the bishops. Interesting. Yeah, it's definitely possible, and it's really tricky. And I don't really practice that a lot or get in a lot of situations where I'm just down to bishops. Because most of the time I do 3-minute chess, and once you're at that point, like, you don't have enough time to really think. You have like 10 seconds and you're just trying to just move fast. But with that, something I could have potentially tried to do, but it's obviously much easier just to get a queen. Much easier just to have a queen. I suppose just kind of do that, right? do want to go back though to support this guy though. And I forget which is like what pieces are like the minimum. I know if you just have a knight you can't, but if you have two knights, I missed a mate in one. That's unfortunate. Did he miss it or did I miss it? I'm assuming I missed one. It was probably when I had his king in line with his rook, and I was putting him in a bunch of checks over there. I would imagine it was probably something around there. Oh, he didn't. Okay. He was so excited about that move. To be honest, I forgot that queen was. I mean, my queen was protected, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But oh, guy's got to be upset. The easy way to win. Oh, he's angry. I guess that is a good move, though. Just with the two bishops. Yeah, I'm probably not good enough to be able to recognize those when they're available. Don't actually really want to move my queen at all. He does have a check there. He does have a check there, but that's why I moved here. I guess he just didn't care. Or do the savage move of just giving him a queen. I'm better at blitz, 100%. Like I play blitz more, or at least I have. I've only started doing blitz. I mean, rapid a little bit, but I usually have gotten bored. But when I try and doing these live streams, I find it a bit easier to do rapid just because it gives me a lot more time to look at other stuff while I'm playing. But yeah, most of the time I've done 3-minute chess. So I've had as high as 1450, I think, in 3-minute. Not on my current account. This one's a newer one, but on my previous one, because I always just get mad and just delete my account. trying to not do that with this one. But yeah, the blitz is more so because I can focus better with shorter amounts of time. That stinks. Guess he can't really move his knight too easily. Well, I guess I kind of just win that back. It's not too bad. I picked the correct sequence of moves. I'm out of coffee. Not good. I don't really know what he wants to do here. Yeah, 3 plus 0 is what I normally do. Because I like the, I find it more competitive because not only do you have to play accurately and play well, but you have the time crunch, so it's kind of like it's not just your skill of chess, it's kind of your reaction and really planning ahead. It's really good if you are trying to practice openings to just get it to be an automatic routine. And as you notice when I'm playing rapid, like I play significantly faster than the other people just because there's a lot of moves that you don't need to think about, particularly in the opening. Like if the same 5 or 6 things are going to happen every single time you do an opening, and thinking about it is irrelevant because you're going to do the same thing. So while we're waiting for this guy, like if I'm going to go here, I do that. Like I'm just gonna do this every single time. And he's there. Really, I could have went. I guess. No. Really, I could have moved. Once I went here and he went there, I could have went up to that square with my knight and then the fried liver attack. I experimented with these a little bit in like with like the regular view, and I've been trying to do vertical the last couple days just to kind of see if they perform better. I was doing them for some training sessions and they were getting a lot of views, so it seemed like a pretty easy thing to do. I'm assuming my phone or whatever wasn't going to overheat or something out in the shed. But if you go to the live tab on my YouTube channel, you can kind of see that I've done them for a little bit and I did them randomly, and then I've been a little bit more consistent. But as my summer starts to end and I get back into the school year, I'm sure that these will happen only on the weekends, unless I have a day off of school. But those are going to be infrequent. Do that. So I could take there and make me have to take, or he pushes up and then I have to go over. But either way, I mean, I guess he can do that. Actually kind of what he has to do. Perfect. Okay. Got him in a good spot. But I'll look at my channel. I'll open a new tab and see how long I've been doing them. My first live stream I ever did was all the way back in 2022, and I actually did it with chess. Then I did a couple with live training sessions in 2022, but played around with that. So the vertical stuff, the first one I did was just July 31st. That's a pretty new thing for YouTube. And the only reason to do that is it goes into the shorts feed, so it might perform better than regular ones. And I would say anecdotally that it does better. Like, I'm more likely to see a vertical live stream than a regular one because the way that YouTube promotes regular live streams, you know, the full like 1920 by 1080 is really poor. Like, it's really difficult to find, even if you're looking for a specific thing that you're interested in. And these are also easier to set up as far as you just, I mean, on the computer it's a little bit trickier because you have to kind of change some of the settings around, but it's not that difficult. But for your phone, it's literally just, you set it up vertically and you just start recording. So it's better for that kind of thing, but I don't think I need to do anything. Not really sure what to do. So the split screen, when you are on OBS, which is what I use, you just resize. So you have two sources. One is my screen and one is the webcam. And then you just resize them. But if you just look that up, like a YouTube OBS, like setting up streams or whatever, it's really, really easy. If I can do it, it's very easy to do. So it's not something that is particularly difficult. And once you have it set up, you can save it. So every time you open up OBS, it's just always there. So once it is set up, then you just don't ever have to really worry about changing it. We'll do that. But essentially you just have two sources. Yeah, but if obviously my explanation is not going to be that great just because I don't really know. I guess I would have to figure out how to screen share on OBS, but there's a lot of really, like, it will take you 5 minutes to do. What I find is more difficult is to get like the sound to be good. Stuff like that was more difficult and it takes a lot more tinkering. But just to get the video up, it's really easy to do. Because I'll do I have a channel I just play like Smite video games on. You see some of the streams I've done on here. I just put it on a separate channel, and all those are recorded with the other way, so 19 like a regular YouTube video, and those are just as easy to record. You just have to have, like, if you're going to stream a game, like chess is not intensive at all, so this would be like a really easy thing. But if you're streaming, like, I would say Smite, but if you don't know what Smite is, like any sort of normal video game like Call of Duty or something like that, that takes more system processing, then you kind of want a nicer computer. I think they have a pretty nice computer, and I just got more RAM, so it makes these streams a little bit easier. Because the RAM I had was pretty minimal, which it worked well for any process that I did, but if I was trying to stream and play a game at the same time, then it became a little bit laggy sometimes, but this helps a little bit. I'm not really even paying attention to this guy. I think we'll go up there with one of our rooks. But streaming vertically is really easy to do, and OBS is free too, which is nice. So as long as you download that, it's a really straightforward process. What also helps me too is I have two computer screens, so I have the stream and the chat and everything on one screen, and then the chess on the other. But that's not mandatory, but it does make everything a lot easier to see visually, because you could have it to be smaller on one or whatever, or have it like two minimized screens. As possible in that regard, but it's certainly, I like having two screens for a lot of reasons. Like if I'm playing, even just not even streaming, just playing a video game, it's nice to have it for when I I have like Discord or something open on one side and then the game on the other, or just anything on the other screen, and then you can leave the other one to be full screen. So my screen where I have like the stream on is my older screen, which is it's still good. Oh yeah, he's cooked. Um, he's been cooked for a little bit. Oh, we gave that up. Yeah, so now he can't do anything because he can't get past this rook. So now we just run these up. Oh, I still made it. Oh. Oh no, I wasn't looking. I blame you, Jesus. Oh, that's so unfortunate, but at least we didn't lose. I do respect him for trying to offer the rematch once he forced the stalemate, but smart move on his part. Just so happened I wasn't paying attention. It's getting low. One thing that I've noticed when I've been streaming for more than like 30 minutes is I just get so hot. I don't know if it's just my house getting warmer because it's throughout the day or what, but I'm getting literally cooked. We took with the king. Did not lose that pawn, but he loses. Okay. Should have. You take with the king, or you take with the knight there. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. To be honest, I don't really ever plan on talking about politics on this channel, or really any of mine. That's kind of not my focus on anything. But I just know JD Vance is from Ohio, so it's interesting. I didn't really know much about him, even though he is from Ohio, prior to him being the VP pick. And I don't think Kamala has picked a VP yet, but I think it might be Josh Shapiro. I think that's the current thought. Man. I guess we go there. I think I've cooked. So I'm only down a pawn. I'm threatening that one there. I'm also threatening this trade here. I think I'm actually okay. Could go over one spot, and I just go over one more. So we're actually tied in material. Would have come back. Threaten up here. I can take that, but then obviously I take back, so it's an even trade. If he doesn't take my bishop and instead chooses to move, I guess he can't really, kind of has to take there. Or I guess he can go there. That wouldn't be a bad move. If he does that, I push the pawn. I guess if he takes, I take. they choose to do that, so make sure there's no shenanigans. Okay. Then go to there, he's supported. He can go to there because he's also supported. I think we'll pin his knight, assuming that he's just going to take the bishop. Then we can put him in check there and take a pawn, start working on our second comeback, being down material. You go to there. I don't know what that really does for him, but he can. It's a legal move. It's not more coffee, it's just water. Just the coffee cup. Be a little excessive to have two separate coffee containers. It's just the sound of the plate being slid onto the barbell and off. So I made it to try to farm some watch time for the channel, since that's the only reason I'm not monetized right now, is just the amount of watch time. I need 4,000 hours. So I made it just for that. Kind of just a meme, because, you know, it's not that, like, it's just kind of funny. But yeah, I made it at the end of a training. It's like a 30-second clip. So live streams, for regular live streams, the 1920 1080, it would count for like the regular view. But for this, if people come to it through my channel and then watch, that watch time counts. But if they see it in the short speed, then it counts for shorts, not for the actual thing. In shorts, you need like I don't know how many million views, but you need millions of views in 90 days. And then for the 4,000, you need 4,000 in how many days? I think it's in the past year. I think you get a year for it. So it resets that for that year, which is, you know, I guess annoying in a sense, but it used to be really easy. It used to just be 10,000 views and then you're monetized. So I actually used to have a monetized channel. But then they unmonetized if you didn't meet the old threshold or the new threshold, which I'm currently at. Let's go to the watch time. Yeah, so watch the 10-hour barbell wearing video just every day of your life. That would be the biggest thing to help the channel. But oh, I have no idea. I mean, with big channels, you can make a lot, but even if I was monetized right now, it wouldn't be that much. But let's look at my watch time. So currently I make nothing. So if you ever see an ad, it's YouTube taking all the money. So right now I have 1,203 public watch hours, and I need 4,000 to get there's two levels of being monetized. The first level, you are able to get super chats and I guess something with shopping. I guess maybe t-shirts or whatever through YouTube, and that's 3,000 hours. Or 3 million views on the shorts page in 90 days. So yeah, the hours are for 365 days. And the shorts for regular being monetized is 10 million in 90 days, or 4,000 views hour public watch hours in 365 days. And shorts are calculated different just because they're really short, and it's more obviously based on the views that you get, because when you scroll past stuff, um, it counts as a view for a short. That's why they're often a lot higher. But yeah, the amount that you make it varies extremely between creators, because if you're just counting like how much people make through being monetized, you could, like, people that, the PewDiePies can make a lot just from that, but people do sponsorships and stuff, and the amount that you can make from that is not necessarily unlimited, but it is significant. I don't get any of those sponsorships either. Yeah, a bunch of nothing. Oh, let's checkmate. I was thinking, I was like, I don't think he can move anywhere. Lifetime goal for lifting at a minimum is to do 140 snatch and a 170 clean and jerk, and at a maximum 150, 180. As far as both lifts, hopefully in the same day, but the 140, 170 seems more and more like the realistic goal, and honestly, I'm pretty happy with it because I made that basically when I started getting serious about weightlifting, and that was before I snatched 120 or 110 even. I made that as like what I think I could get to, and I've cleaned 170 a bunch of times. I've cleaned more than 170, so like I'm there in that sense, and 4 kilos from the jerk, so I'm very close in the clean and jerk, and might be able to do even more than 170. But as far as snatching, I guess technically 5 kilos off since I've done 135, but not really the consistent at 130 that I kind of need to start pushing to that number. So something on my face. I've done 140 from, did I do 140? No, I did 137 from the high blocks. Yeah, I competed the end of May was my last competition. If you look at the homepage of my YouTube channel, you can see that video that pasted as like the, I don't know, the channel trailer. But there I did 126, 166, and injured my left shoulder trying to snatch 130. Definitely, I think I was pretty prepared to do it, the 130, but just my left shoulder said, no, not today. So most of the summer's been trying to get my left shoulder to be back to being able to lift the heavy weights again, which is kind of there for the most part. Now I'm just normal weak. But I usually do like a local meet like once a year. I could technically qualify for stuff like the Arnold or Nationals, the earlier competitions, not for like the AO finals, but it's just too cost prohibitive to spend all that money for A, for me to go to, B, to get a coach or someone to go to count weights, and it's just way too expensive, and there's not really a purpose because I'm not trying to qualify for anything important. It's just going there just for your ego to go to lift at nationals or whatever. And people could argue it's like, well, it's it's the big thing, it's like what you do in weightlifting, but you lift weights for yourself, you lift weights to make personal progress. So it's not, to me, it's irrelevant in the sense that where you do the lifts at, as long as you are trying to progress them and trying to get better. And for me, whether I do my PRs at a local meet or at nationals, it's the same weight, so I don't really care where I do it. In theory, you could say, well, it'd be better to do it at a national meet, but I'm not going to spend $1,000 or probably more than $1,000 to do everything that you would need to get into the competition. So you're paying for the competition, which is already like $400, and I think it's more than $400. You have to have a USAW membership. You have to pay for your coach, which is a separate thing, which I don't know how much that is. I've never even gone that far to look. And then if it's not near where you live, paying for flights or a hotel and all of that, which is, again, hundreds of dollars, and all you're doing is just lifting at a meet. And I can drive an hour and 45 minutes up to Columbus, Ohio, and do a meet, and it paid like $50 to do the meet, and then I'm paying gas and then lunch for my friend to count weights for me, and I get to do a meet, and it's the same to me. It's the same, and I know that might be a controversial opinion to have, but I don't really view the importance of national meets unless it's like I would view it as, because sometimes they're in Columbus, so like it would be not as cost prohibitive, but it's just too much of a hassle to go and do when really it's not that important to me, but I don't value it. If I valued it more, then it would be more important to try to push up to go to it, but why am I going to go up to Columbus to lift with 1,000 other people when I can go to a local meet and lift with 20 and be done faster, get the same feeling of accomplishment from, you know, lifting and peaking for a meet, and spend $100, because even if it's in Columbus, you're still paying the entry fee, and so probably paying like $600, probably even more. I would probably have to allocate $1,000 to go to nationals or to do like an AO. I'm not exactly sure though. I just know it's like 400 some bucks for the entry. Maybe maybe that's worth it to some people, but I don't really find it that worth it, to be honest. Versus, you know, 50, $75 to go do a nice meet. And they honestly, like, the local meets, like, they do a good job. You're held to the same standard as you would at a national meet. And, you know, you get to compete. And to me, it's like, it's not important to compete against other people. It's more important to compete against myself, which you get to do at local meets, because, you know, at the level that I'm at, lifting, there's not as many people at the local level that are going to be lifting my numbers. So oftentimes I blunder my queen like that, and, you know, that happens when you're bad at chess. Oh, I'm just going to resign this one. Was not looking there. That board was wild. But we started at 10 or 1,011 today in rating, so as long as we don't lose like 5 games in a row, we're definitely doing okay. Now we're gonna do the fry liver attack. Probably go over there. That's what most nerds do. Oh, he's not a nerd. Go to there. It takes. Should go back to there. Definitely want to be a checkmate. A lot of times people get to this position, they just stop playing because they're just too stressed out. But once I'm in this position, pretty easy to convert into a dub. That, I mean, I just won back the piece I lost. And we actually go back to here to prevent that, and then we're going to castle. Really, with all of that, the two big benefits once you get to this position is he can't castle. Obviously, his king's like in the middle of the board, which is nice. And through this whole sequence, I get to beat up a pawn. So it's a completely awesome position to be in. And it obviously ruins any sort of structure that he was going to develop. I would love if he did that. That would be the absolute best thing in the world. We're just going to do a random move and hope that he takes right there. Then he just loses queen. What a coward. What a coward. Can't believe he doesn't want to lose all his pieces. Could activate his bishop, yep. We'll just do that. Just not a good spot. I've watched a little bit, so I saw like the 100-meter dash, the female one, since the finals were yesterday, but unfortunately the Olympics don't really want people watching them, because they don't make it easily accessible, or they don't live stream anything really as far as that what's easily accessible. And I don't have any streaming services. I have YouTube Premium, and that's the only, I guess, kind of media subscription thing. Like I don't have Netflix or YouTube TV. Which my parents do, and they let me use it, but I just don't, because it's just not really that good of a service when I get all of my content or viewing stuff from just YouTube, whatever. But I'll eventually, I mean, once all the lifting's done, I'll eventually watch the highlights of that, and I'm sure there'll be clips of like Losh and stuff once he's out there. Which will be a really fun thing to see. I hope he lifts well, but I don't think he'll, unfortunately, do the 500 total. I kind of hope that he still, pushes like 225. There's a chance. He looks pretty strong in the training hall. It's not as strong as he's historically had been, but it's hard to kind of maintain historical levels of strength. Hard to maintain any level of strength, but he's certainly a different animal in that regard. But I think the men's 100 meters today at some point. So most of that's kind of like the only like non-weightlifting stuff that I'm interested in seeing. Most of the other stuff, just because it's like the basketball is pretty interesting, I guess. I've watched some of that. But like the men's team is just actually trying now, so they kind of just win for free at this point. But the men's weightlifting, I'm hoping that there's a lot of good lifting. I mean, it won't really get interesting until the 73 men's. I don't really care about much of the women's lifting. Other than, I mean, like super heavyweights, like the Leva Wynn's just gonna win, even if she lifts poorly. She's just so much stronger than everyone. For some reason, somehow magically stronger than everyone by such a high margin, but that's just Chinese lifting secrets that we'll never know. She is massive. I don't think she's very tall though, but she does weigh like 140 or 150, I think. Yeah, she is. She is a lot of person, that is for sure. And then kind of the tricky thing with the super heavyweights and women is really honestly with men's too. Like most men and women don't want to be that fat because frankly you have to be really fat to be really good in that weight class. Like you look at Lasha, like he's not a healthy person. He's massive. He weighs like 400 pounds. Like you're just not healthy being at that body weight. And for people, you know, average lifters, like it's not worth it just to be that big because it's just so unhealthy to do. But for her, and she has the support of the Chinese system, so um, she does get all of the benefits that Chinese can offer her, such as supplementation and obviously the food. That's probably it's one of the hardest things, just to get the food. But yeah, she is. I mean, really, they're all kind of big, but yeah, she is definitely probably might be the heavy. Arlo, there's a couple of there's like a Samoa super heavy that's ginormous. That mean to say? I don't know. It's just true. If you don't say the super heavyweight women are fat, then kind of don't say anyone's fat, I guess. But I don't even know if a lot of them would even disagree if you with calling them fat. He just goes there. But I think most of the women's classes won't be that interesting. I don't think. Like I said, the super heavy might be, but mostly just to see the sheer weight that Li Wen will do. I have this feeling that it's probably going to be a letdown just because the weight that she's going to lift is just not. It's not going to be as much as it could be. Uh, Simply because of the fact that she doesn't need to. It's just not a very competitive class for her to be in. Oh, I just lost that. I'm not focused anymore. This will probably be my last one because I'm just not locked in anymore. Hopefully he doesn't notice. He probably is noticing that. He did. One's probably a loss, unfortunately. I think kind of my last hurrah. I mean, I do have that if he doesn't notice. I think that's checkmate though, isn't it? Yeep. unfortunate for me, but we did get above, what, 16 points higher than yesterday. And yesterday when I did this chess live stream, I lost points. I actually was under 1,000. So we're moving in the right direction. But I think that's going to be it for this live stream. So I do appreciate you, Jesus, for stopping in, blessing me with your presence. And I don't know. I mean, I'll probably do these mostly on the weekends, maybe Friday nights. But next week is kind of when some school stuff starts. But then after that, we'll really be into the thick of everything as far as school stuff goes. Appreciate it, brother. All right, you have a good one.